one. Hi everybody, I'm Ciara and this is Yip from Team New Balance Manchester, and today we're going to run through 5 little exercises that you can do in the house to keep yourself active during this very strange time. Okay, first up we're going to do some dead bugs. So you're going to lie flat on your back, bring your hips and your knees to 90, so 90 here and 90 here. The important thing here is to remember to keep the base of your back flat on the ground. So really engage that deep core and push the arch of your back right into the ground, and throughout the exercise remember that. So Yip's going to demonstrate. She's going to lower her opposite arm and opposite leg, maintaining that control throughout. Up next, we're going to do everybody's favourite core exercise, the plank. We're going to do a front plank and a side plank on each side. So it's important whenever you're doing the plank to maintain a nice core in a nice neutral position, okay? So engage your core, keep your back nice and flat, and the tip I could give you right now is to pull your shoulder blades down slightly. Perfect. And you're going to hold that position and hold it for as long as you feel you can. We're going to do 30 seconds of a front plank and then 2 side planks. So this is the front plank. Onto the side plank then, you're going to go onto your side. You want to maintain a nice straight line throughout. So keeping the hips nice and even, keeping the face forward, and hold that for 30 as well. Next, we're going to work on our glute muscles. So we're going to do some single leg glute bridging. You can do this as a double leg too, but to make it a little bit harder, really in single leg. So you're going to go on one leg. You're going to really engage from your glutes, okay? So what you want to do is squeeze your glutes, engage that lower core, and roll up off the ground. We're going to hold for 3 at the top, and then come back down. Another exercise that's really important for runners is to exercise your glute med muscle, as it helps control the knee. So this is really important, something that you can do while you're stuck indoors a little bit more. We use a band to help us get some more resistance, but you can do these without a band. We're going to do some basic clam exercises now. So Yip's made it harder by putting a band around her knees. If you find that too hard or you don't have a band, you can just do it just body weight. So you get into a little position like this with your knees bent. Important to remember to keep the hips nice and stable, as if there's a poker going all the way down and into the ground, and you're simply going to raise your knee up and down. I find this a useful exercise. Sometimes I don't want to be lying on the ground doing it and prefer to be in a crab walk type stance. So you can do this by putting the band around your knees or around your ankles and doing a walk like a crab. So you get into a slight crouch and you go side to side. And eventually you'll feel a nice burn in the side of your glutes. So the next exercise we're going to work on is our balance. You can do this at home really easily on your own, or if you have somebody to do it with, it makes it a little bit more fun. So simply stand on one leg. That can be challenging enough for some. You can also add in some head movements to make it harder. You can start to say the days of the week backwards in your head, or you can close your eyes, which makes it much harder. Or else you can change the surface that you're standing on. So if you have a balance board, that's fantastic. If you don't, you can take the cushion off the sofa and set it on the ground and try to balance on that. What we like to do is play with balls while we're doing it. So myself and Yip are going to throw some balls at each other, and challenge each other's balance that way. And you can do it at home by throwing them off the wall, just providing you don't annoy your neighbours. So as you can see, I was challenging Yip's balance a little bit more by throwing the ball outside of her centre of gravity. So you can find so many fun ways to challenge yourselves at home, have fun and stay safe. So welcome to the second workout of Team New Balance Manchester. We're going to show you 5 more exercises that you can do in your house with household weights, and you can have a go at this at home. So up first is the goblet squat. Yip's going to demonstrate the goblet squat. You can do this with body weight, no weight at all. We have plates, so you can pick up some plates. If you have a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell, and if you don't have any of that, you can simply fill up a large water bottle, bottle a carton of milk, and give that a lash as well. So to start the goblet squat, stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. You can have your toes pointing slightly outwards. This helps a little bit with the movement. Here Yip has her heels slightly elevated using a mat, because as runners sometimes we don't have fantastic range of movement in our ankles, so this just means Yip can get a little bit more range. So as Yip squats down, she uses the weight as a counterbalance. So she's going to go up and down, keeping her chest up and squatting down nicely. So if you turn around sideways, Yip, you can see that she's sitting down and back down. So I'd recommend doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 of these, and then we'll show you the next exercise. Our second exercise that we're going to show you is a single leg RDL, or a standing stork. So with this one you can again use a weight, or you can use it body weight. Yip's going to use the dumbbell, but you can use whatever you have at home. So she's going to stand on one leg, and she's going to stand on one leg, tilt down so that she's tilting at her hip, coming back up, and whenever she comes back up she's going to raise the weight above her head. So this is really a good exercise. You have to maintain your balance. It really works the glute muscles. You're aiming to keep your hips nice and even, your back nice and straight as you come down, and have a really controlled movement up and down. So up next we're going to show you a simple sit-up into overhead press. Again, you can do this body weight, or you can do it with a weighted bottle or an actual dumbbell if you have that. So myself and Yip are going to go down through it. So you start off in the sit-up position. You're going to lower yourself down as slowly and as controlled as you can. And then come up nice and sharp into an overhead press. Up next, we're going to do some more exercises for the core. We're going to show you a Russian twist. So for this again, you can do it body weight and touch the ground with your hands, or you can use a weight. We're going to use the weights again. Here, if you had a plate, you could hold the plate in this position, but sometimes it's easier to have something smaller. So for this, you're going to get into like a semi-press up position and lift your legs up to this little V-sit. And then you're going to twist. So you're going to twist one way and then the other, touching the weight off the ground. So up next is every middle to long distance runner's favourite exercise, the press up. Me and Yip are going to try to do 2. No. So we're going to show you how to do a press up into a side plank. To be honest, we're not going to be able to do that many, but it's a good exercise to try. Helps with the upper body strength and that little bit movement coming into rotation and then holding your side plank. So get into the sit-up position. The press up position. We're going to press up and into your side plank. Really controlling that movement, keeping yourself nice and steady. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. We're going to come back, press up, and into the side plank on the other side. And repeat.